I've known my friend Anthony now for a few years, and like most of the friends that I have, we met through cars, specifically through the YouTube channel. He's been really helpful with an awful lot of stuff over the years. He's helped me film cars, go and collect cars, do all sorts of stuff, and he's never really ever asked for anything in return. I have a very sort of strict policy about being as kind to others as they are to me, so I've always offered him the opportunity to drive the cars I have. Understandably, he's declined this because the way insurance works here in Britain, if he were to drive one of my cars and an uninsured driver hit him or something like that, he wouldn't be covered. Unbeknownst to him, he's coming here today to help me pick up another car. But what I have done, I have put him on my insurance policy. He is actually legally fully covered to drive my car, provided he is helping me do my business stuff, which today is exactly what we're doing, because we're going to go and pick up another car. So I know he's bringing his R8, which is actually a car I really love, but I'm kind of half hopeful I might be able to tempt him into taking these, but it could all go terribly wrong. I don't know. I suppose I'll just have to find out when he gets here.
We've just arrived at James's. There is the man himself in one of his iconic signature shirts. How are we?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you doing?
Right, I'm a bit behind schedule. I thought I'd say that to you on camera so you wouldn't get angry at me. So what's happening?
Right, so I got something to show Anthony. So you pass me that. I have a little something for you. See, it's got your name on it.
It's got my name on it. Why? My friends call me Anthony. I just say Ant on YouTube. You've insured me on your trade policy?
Yeah.
Mate, because of the words. The words. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. That means I can drive your car.
Actually, it means you can drive basically any car.
I think the real reason he did it is he doesn't want to get in the bucket seats. That's what it is.
That was it.
That was the main reason. Yeah, that was the main reason. That sounds bellissima. The next few hours were spent driving the F12 to collect another car, which for various YouTube reasons we can't show you in this particular video. However, the time we did have in the F12 simply wasn't enough to get used to that 730 horsepower V12. But fortunately for me, another opportunity arose a few days later. And you join me in an Uber as I'm on my way to pick up JayEmm on Cars Ferrari F12. Now I'm heading to Whoops We'll Fix It because, well, they've done something to his wheels and I think it looks rather nice. So by adding me to his trade insurance kind of opened up a few opportunities, like the fact that he wasn't going to be able to pick up his F12 today, and since where he was getting it done isn't too far from me, he asked me to do him a huge favour apparently and pick it up and look after it for the weekend. And while I have it, have some fun. Thank you very much. Thank you. And just to check out the colour on this wheel. Now, James actually managed to curb one of his wheels and decided, well, if I'm going to have it refurbed, I might as well get all four colour changed to what colour I really want. And this is Ferrari Oro Gold. Oh, and when you see it in the light, this car. So yes, it's been a couple of days or more. We are back in the car today with some time having passed, and if you're interested in the video we did film with it, you'll see that in the link in the description below. But for today in particular, I happen to have my son Damani with me. We're going to go for a little bit of a drive, enjoy the car a little bit, tell you what we think, and then we're heading off to a meet where we're going to hand the car to JayEmm on Cars. And it's actually a meet that he's organised through the Roadstr app. And if you want to find out more about that, just follow us and follow him on Roadstr. we'll leave the links in the description below. We've just gone for a little bit of a cruise in the car so far. What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. We've just been cruising and I was just saying to you off camera how civilized this car feels. Just as like just normal driving, it's amazing. It's really getting the essence of the GT side of it right now. It's wicked.
Yeah, you can properly like munch the miles in this. Just leave it in auto and let it do all the work for you. Try not to get killed by the coach. Just cruise along in relative comfort. And in fact, if we press the bumpy road button, just makes it a little bit more smooth on these bumpy country lanes.
And we've just come off from seeing, well, Gumball 3000's just happened, and we've been watching all of those videos. I think this would be like the perfect car for that almost, wouldn't it?
Definitely one of the ultimate sort of cars for that kind of rally. It's just incredible, isn't it? There's nothing like the sound of a V12, but preliminary thoughts?
It is everything that I expected it to be. It's crazy fast, epic sounding. How does it feel through the corners? Because obviously it's hard to tell from like a passenger point of view, but like steering input and everything.
The steering rack is very, very fast.
Okay.
If you look at how little steering input I have to put in to get the amount of turn, it's really, really a lot less. I've driven one other car that requires less steering input, and that was a Caterham.
Well, with the Caterham, it's much less steer and just think.
You think and it happens. Yeah. It's like a go-kart with the steering. The feedback is incredible. The weighting is about as perfect as you want it to be. Yeah, not so heavy that you can't just enjoy cruising, and not so light that, you know, it's boring and you lose all feel. The feel is brilliant. Feel that?
Yeah. It feels so direct.
It's brilliant.
Like you just point it into the corner and you I don't know, even from here, you can almost just feel it, rather than it just like turning into the corner, you feel it almost like just pivot in.
Yeah, it pivots, yeah, exactly that. Especially like once you get off the brake and the rest of the weight transfer finishes and you can get straight onto the throttle, but you had to just like squeeze it. You can't have a lead foot in this car. No. You have to just squeeze it and then you feel it just, yeah. I love it. I love it. Bye-bye, F12. See you someday soon. Right, well, that's the end of our time in the F12. What did you think?
Just amazing. The sound of it, obviously top tier, like that screaming V12. The cliche thing, it sounds like an F1 car, but it really does. The sound, even the way it feels from the passenger seat, as you're saying, you turn into the corners, you can feel it just pivot, and exquisite.
Wow, what a car. It is unbelievable. I haven't got used to it yet. I've driven it a few times and I have not got used to it.
Nah, honestly, I actually love it when it's sort of away for a little bit, or, you know, someone's borrowed it for a little bit, because that means I get to get back into it and it's kind of like a new car all over again. Like, you never really get fully used to it, so.
Oh, that's nice. How was the GT?
The gearbox is not quite as sophisticated as in the 430, but it's a lovely looking car. Very jealous of your convertible on a lovely British summer's evening. And actually, I'm quite looking forward to spending a little bit more time in it. I think it's been too long since I've driven it properly, so we need to do something with that at some point.
Right, so we're just gonna grab some food, enjoy the rest of the evening, but before we go, Damani, cars that stand out for you this evening?
Can't deny that 350Z with the LS is pretty cool. Lots of custom work done to it. Bit sacrilege, but that's what kind of makes it cool. If I were to take a car away, regardless of price and all of that stuff, and we can't choose the GT, you always have to leave your own car out of it.
Yep, of course.
I'd take the 12C.
Me too.
Really?
Me too. Yeah.
I thought you would have gone with like the Ferrari or something.
No. Honestly, I really like the 12C. I really, really like it. And on that bombshell, that's us done. I hope you've enjoyed today. And if you've enjoyed this video, I think you'll also enjoy this one.
And if you want to attend one of these meets, make sure you follow JayEmm on Roadstr App. You'll find us there too. And of course, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on JayEmm and Friends.